Remember when the Mueller report came out and I reminded you that there are more than a dozen matters that were referred out by Mueller to other prosecutors and investigators? That was all true, but the total number of investigations into Trump is actually reaching sort of a mind-boggling level at this point. The New York Times had a great article about it yesterday, and the total number of investigations is now 29. It's 10 federal criminal investigations, 8 state and local investigations, and 11 congressional investigations. So let's take a look at some of these, starting with the federal criminal Trump investigations. You've got the Southern District of New York looking at Trump's inaugural committee donations and spending. You have the Eastern District of New York looking at the inaugural's ties to the Middle East. You have the Justice Department looking at the business and politics dealings of a top fundraiser for the Trump campaign. You have the Southern District looking into the role of Trump and others in hush money payments, Trump's lawyers offering a pardon to Cohen, and inflated insurance claims. You've got the United States Attorney's Office in D.C. that is still prosecuting Roger Stone. You have the Southern District looking at lobbying violations by Manafort-recruited firms. You still have a pending criminal case against the Manafort associate. And you also have a Manafort-connected bank officer who was reportedly seeking a Trump administration job that is being investigated. We then have the state and local investigations. The New York Department of Financial Services is looking at the Trump organization's insurance practices. That's the best. You've got the New Jersey Attorney General looking at inaugural contributions. You have the D.C. Attorney General looking at the role of Donald Trump's kids in business in the inauguration. And then there's also a Manhattan District Attorney case against Paul Manafort at the state level. The New York Attorney General is looking into the misuse of charitable assets and campaign finance violations by Trump's charity, at the Trump organization's inflation of financial assets, and at family tax schemes by the Trump family. And New York City is also looking at Donald Trump and his family potentially underpaying their taxes. And then lastly, there are congressional investigations, which in and of themselves are not criminal. But if and when people start lying, sort of like the way Don Jr. did to the Senate Intelligence Committee, these can become criminal very quickly. The list there includes the House Intelligence Committee looking at foreign influence on Trump, the House Oversight Committee looking at Trump's role in concealing hush money payments, the House Judiciary Committee looking at the Trump administration's possible obstruction of justice, including Trump himself, House Oversight looking at both abuse of the security clearance process and Trump's lies about his net worth, in addition to private messaging by White House officials. That includes both email and I believe possibly WhatsApp. House Ways and Means, as we've talked about before, looking at Donald Trump's tax returns and obtaining those and what those may reveal. Multiple committees looking at Donald Trump's communications with Vladimir Putin. The House Intelligence Committee looking at money laundering. The Senate Intelligence Committee still looking at Russian interference. And House Oversight looking at a proposed nuclear venture in Saudi Arabia. So 29 different investigations going on right now. If you thought it was over with Mueller's report, it wasn't. And this is evidence of that. But the really important remaining question is, number one, okay, well, so the micro question is, are there sealed indictments in any of these investigations? We don't know. There's been speculation about sealed indictments from the Mueller probe. That was proven, I believe, to have been wrong. Could there be sealed indictments here? Maybe. Could there be upcoming indictments? That's also possible. But the bigger question is he going to get away with everything? And I mean, tell me I'm wrong, but I believe that Donald Trump probably will get away with all of it. And the only possible consequence would be getting voted out in November of 2020 if we all do the right thing and go out and vote. So 29 investigations, I anticipate 0 consequences. Let's just remove the guy in November of 2020 and be done with it.